I need help with something.
I have nothing to say to a stranger.
Can I talk to you about something?
Shenhua, what's up?
This is Leo. He's a friend of mine.
I'm looking for Wong Wen.
I have nothing to say to a stranger.
Oh no, not this one. So if you aren't familiar with the Shenmue franchise, let me summarize it for you. Take a Yakuza game, then remove any part of the game that's actually fun and well designed. Then you have Shenmue. Alright, that's not entirely fair. The first Shenmue game was very influential and important to gaming history, especially when it comes to storytelling and graphics. It was very impressive for its day. The cutscenes and story are well animated and tell an actually deep and compelling narrative, you know, for the time. The Shenmue games have earned their status as a beloved piece of gaming history. But if you ever try to play one of these games today, the game design elements that hold these games together have aged worse than a carton of milk sunbathing in the Sahara Desert. The voice acting in particular, which some fans actually enjoy as some kind of in-joke, completely ruins any sense of immersion that the game might have had at some point.
Hey.
Wanna play with me?
Shenmue games are just bloated, boring, poorly voice-acted real-life simulators. Very antiquated examples of genres that later grew to surpass the original game, at least in my opinion. So you would hope that with Shenmue 3 releasing 18 whole years after the previous entry in the series, that they would update the game to modern standards in order to make a game that's improved in every way, and accessible to a modern audience. Well, wouldn't you believe that they made it worse in every possible way? You see this here? This is Shenmue 3. Are you having fun? Well, I hope you said yes, since you can experience exhilarating gameplay such as talking to villagers, and just to switch it up on you, you can talk to more villagers. I cannot stress enough about how repetitive and nothing the gameplay in this supposed video game is. It helps that the villagers are more than willing to assist you in your quest.
Have you seen Mr. Yuan?
Do I look like I'd know anything about that?
I'm looking for Mr. Yuan.
Go ask one of the other kids running around.
Have you seen Mr. Yuan?
I'm sorry, dear, but could you save that for later?
The goal of the game is supposed to be to get information in order to locate a man that killed your father. But in order to get that information, you need to either talk to villagers or fight people in order to get them to talk. But the problem is that Ryu is very weak, so you have to train. But as you get your butt kicked trying to train in order to gain power, you lose health obviously, and you train a lot, so you need to keep buying health items in order to train more. So how do you make money? By doing everybody else's chores? Which will get you a little bit of money. So you do this stupid wood chopping minigame a few times, which will take a fairly lengthy amount of time. Then you buy my health items, use them, then train more. But wait, there's more. You also drain health just by walking around and by doing the balancing minigame, which you need in order to gain more stamina for the fight. So you end up needing to do the minigame even more in order to compensate for that. Not to mention that every single time you need to get healing items, you have to walk all the way across the village every single time, draining your health. So when you reach a roadblock in the training, which is very possible since the fighting mechanics are absolute delayed garbage, you end up getting stuck in a particularly difficult fight, losing, and then having to do the balancing minigame several times to get more energy, which wastes even more health items, and then you have to walk all the way back to the woodchop minigame 50 times for money every single time. So you then buy more health items and walk all the way across the village to the fighting area, lose again, then balance, then chop more wood, then walk more, then fight, then lose, then balance, then chop more wood, then buy more items, all the time having to listen to
I won't allow it! Eat my fist!
What's wrong with you?
until you finally win the fight required to progress in the story. Wow, great. What do I get to do now? Oh, talk to more villagers. This game is absolute trash, even by Shenmue standards. Never play it unless you really want to experience it for yourself, but I highly don't recommend it, since it doesn't even progress the Shenmue story at all, which is supposed to be the whole reason fans are willing to put up with the mundane gameplay in the first place.
Alright, it's time to check out how you did today. Now let's take a look. Class E license. No, not good enough. You need some practice.